What if some of the little things you do every single day, the habits, the quirks, the way your mind works when no one's watching, were actually quiet signs of something bigger? Not your grades, not a test score, but real psychological patterns that researchers have connected to higher intelligence. Let's go through 6 of them and see how many describe you. 1. You overthink things. But in a useful way, people with sharper thinking skills tend to pick everything apart. Not because they're anxious, but because they're curious. There's actually a term for this in psychology: cognitive reflection, the habit of pausing on your first gut answer and asking, wait, is that actually right? Instead of running with it. It's slower, it's sometimes exhausting, but it's also one of the clearest markers of strong problem solving. 2. You're endlessly curious. Researchers studying personality and intelligence have repeatedly found a link between higher cognitive ability and something called openness to experience, a trait built on curiosity, imagination, and a hunger for new ideas. If you're the person who falls down a Wikipedia rabbit hole at midnight or can't let a why question go unanswered, that's not you being scattered. That's your brain doing exactly what it wants to do. 3. You talk less and notice more. Sharp thinkers don't always need to be the loudest voice in the room. A lot of the time, they're doing something quieter, watching tone, reading body language, catching the thing that got left unsaid. Listening well is its own kind of processing power. 4. You second-guess yourself sometimes. This one sounds backwards, but stay with it. Genuinely sharp people often carry something called intellectual humility, a clear-eyed sense of the edges of their own knowledge. They know what they don't know, and that keeps them curious instead of complacent. Compare that to the opposite pattern researchers have documented, where people with weaker skills in an area tend to overestimate how good they actually are at it. That gap has a name too: the Dunning-Kruger effect. Doubt, in the right dose, is often a sign of self-awareness, not weakness. 5. You actually enjoy being alone. There's research suggesting that people with higher cognitive ability report less satisfaction from constant socializing, not because they dislike people, but because their minds are hungry for space to think. Solitude isn't loneliness for them, it's recharge time. A quiet room and an unfinished thought can be more restorative than a crowded one. 6. You'd rather ask a good question than have a quick answer. This last one ties the others together. Sharper thinkers tend to sit with open questions longer, comfortable not knowing yet. They treat "I'm not sure" as a starting point instead of a failure. That patience with ambiguity is often what lets deeper insight show up in the first place. Closing. So if you overthink things, stay curious about everything, listen more than you speak, doubt yourself sometimes, love your own company, and don't mind sitting with an unanswered question. You're not strange. You might just be built for deeper thinking. If you're into what makes people tick, stick around. This channel isn't just about facts. It's about understanding the human mind.